Well, hey there, YouTube. Just sitting here having a pleasant afternoon with my wife. She had to come home early for work. We're having a little bit of a sleet and ice storm here. I'm right there where the peg is. I'm out here at AccuWeather.com, and I wanted to show you how massive this storm is. It's over the United States yet once again. First, I didn't know weather could make straight lines. uh, so, but here we got Las Vegas is getting deluged. I wanted to bring up the satellite and radar combination here to show you that this is all one storm. Because when you just look at the radar, it just shows you where the intensity or the rain is. The satellite is very telling. It's going to show you that it's all the way from the Pacific and goes all the way up, okay, into Canada, wraps around. We got more energy coming in off of the West Coast that's going to be feeding into this. Uh, So we have a developing weather situation over again the central part of the United States, going into the eastern part of the United States. This is the area that was hit with a massive outbreak of 60 plus tornadoes, scores dead, hundreds of thousands of people homeless, and millions without power. And these people are still in ruins, man. They didn't pick it up and build their houses already, all right? These people are still walking around, and it's going to be very cold there. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and switch it on over here to just the radar. And here you can see, and go ahead and hit the play. What I mean about the intensity here. Okay, that's just a lot of rain, guys, that these people don't need right now on top of the ruins as they try to pick up the pieces. And also over in Kentucky, and we have the problem with the Paducah nuclear site. The news on that is the Russians had made a recent delivery of the uranium needed to be converted into nuclear fuel for our power plant. So where was that stuff sitting when that tornado, it made a direct hit on that facility? Like I said, here I am right here. You can see the ice and the snow behind it, and you can see where now where there's a gap. Now right there is where they spray what's called panther piss. It's an aerosol that will actually evaporate the water molecules. They use directed energy to excite the or ionize the atmosphere to act as like dust and then create the water droplets. Well, to control that, they can get up there with their chemtrail planes and do aerosol injections to create dry lines. Now, as we see again, Las Vegas is getting pounded right now. I don't know if this is going to make the news. I'm pretty sure right now they're getting flooded. I've been to Las Vegas many, many times. Their road system, once you get out the freeways, will turn into rivers. It's all pretty well all flat out there or in a valley. And flash flooding out here, if you live in the desert, you're going to have to get out of the way if you're near a wash. Um, I lived out here in the desert down here in California, and out there in a little town called Palo Verde, just by Blythe, right down here on the border. And I tell you what, all that rain right there could cause it all to rush down this way. So even if it's not raining on top of your head, just be on the lookout for flash flooding. Uh, looks like Utah as well is getting some snow. So if you're out there traveling, going through Las Vegas and coming out on, say, 70, you might want to keep a heads up on severe weather. But let me tell you, this storm just really popped up out of nowhere, folks. We got all the way down here into Texas where these severe storms have been going on for the last 3 hours down here, right on top of each other down in Texas. So there could be some flooding there. Oklahoma, Arkansas, you might want to look out there. But these are all geoengineered storms, so I'm going ahead and doing a documentation of said storms and pointing out areas where geoengineering is taking place, and especially right here in this dry line. But you can tell how these radars are cooking the atmosphere here. If I were to even to do a zoom in, yeah, let's see here. You probably get a better idea of what I'm talking about here. Yeah, there we go. Now we have a tower that sits right out here, right where my cursor is, just north of Des Moines. And they use the directed energy to manipulate the effects of the storm. All right, this thing would have been all ice probably if they wouldn't have done it, uh, especially over here as the temperature falls in the eastern part of Iowa. So they're trying to keep that air mass warm. And as the sun falls here, it's 4:48 p.m. Central Standard Time, of course. And you see the snow in behind it. We'll see what happens there. But I tell you what, we've had several accidents that happened all at once. As a matter of fact, we ran out of police officers in order to respond to them. So they're short-staffed tonight. And so if you go into the ditch and you're hurt, you're going to have to take care of yourself for a while. And this storm was underreported. They just said a trace amount of precipitation. And they even said that the heavier part would be right here in the northwestern part of Iowa, and there's basically none. You know, so this guys that were on there reporting, I have it up there on my site there, they're talking about the snow minimizing it, and then it turns into this. All right, and there's a lot of people hurt out there today because they got in accidents. So anyway, just thought I'd do my daily documentation on weather modification. Thank you guys. Take care.